Hey gang, we're going to talk about the nature of science today. And what that basically is that the world around us, we've always been trying to observe. And we use that with a process. Does anybody know what that process is? Check your neighbor.
I don't know.
It begins with an S, ends with an F.
Scientific method.
There you go. Yeah. Now, what that is it's basically a process of using a hypothesis and then collecting data using experiments and then comparing the data to reach a conclusion with their original hypothesis.
Oh my God.
And we use this over and over and over again so that we can answer all the questions in life. You get it, gang?
Yeah. We get it.
Let me try you up in a little example. So, we start off with a hypothesis. And then we go down until we can get proper data. Yeah. And then we go down some more, and then we collect the data, and then we compare it to our hypothesis.
Come on, Paul, you're supposed to know how to spell this stuff.
Then we go down till we reach a conclusion. And thank you.
Why are you talking? I'm trying to learn.
If you ever ask a kid, "Hey, why is the sky blue?" and you answer them, "Well, if you use the scientific method, you can find out." And that's what the nature of science is. Understand, gang?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, question.
How can we use science in everyday life?
So, how do we use science in everyday life? Well, we use it if we have a question. You know, think of a good question that you'd like to know that you don't know yet.
I just asked you one.
I have one, sir. Why is the grass green?
Why is the grass green? Well, what do you think the grass green? Tell me.
I don't
Tell
know.
me, honey.
That's why.
Why is the grass green?
Mr. Hewitt, that's why I asked you.
All right, just come up with a hypothesis here, okay?
Because God made it that way.
Because God, there's no God in science. There's only gravity and physics. Come up with a better hypothesis. You just get out. Leave. Leave. Okay, gang. Now there's only two of us in this gang. I'm gonna come up with my own hypothesis. Why is the grass green? Well, let's just say because chloroform is green. Because chloroform is green. Pretty good hypothesis, right? Well, then we have to research our data using, and they totally had this in the 70s, our iPhones. So you just guess the passcode wrong. Unlock your phone.
There you go. It's just looks nice.
And you just look it up on your iPhone for good research. Yes. Question.
Why is the sky blue?
Well, the sky's blue because, well, the sky's blue. Let's just come up with a good hypothesis. The sky's blue because
Of the ocean.
Because of the ocean. The sky's blue because of the ocean. Ocean? Maybe. Well, let's just research our data using this helpful piece of paper. The sky is blue because it's blue because of scattering. Light striking atoms and molecules in a gas far apart from each other gets re-emitted in many directions. So basically, alright gang, let's just get down to the ground now. What are we learning right now in begins with an F, ends in an S? Physics, yes. Now, what we're learning in physics is gravity. let's do an experiment with gravity. And that was gravity. Amazing, right? And that's science for you. It's amazing. There's things everywhere that you could never know about before until you use the scientific method and the nature of science. All right, gang, we're going to talk a little bit about the Big Bang Theory. You guys know what that is, right?
Yes.
Now, some people don't exactly know how it all works out because there's a couple conspiracies behind it. It's either with God and the creation of the universe, but it's the science. We don't deal with that kind of crap. And I'm sexy. 1 second, gang. Hello? Yeah. Okay. I will. After this. I'm kind of doing a session right now. Alright, Mom. Love you too. Bye. Sorry about that, gang. Alright, gang. Come on, excuse that interruption. Okay, the Big Bang Theory. Now basically what that is, it's the scientific theory where one particle in the universe exploded and created everything. And you guys are all familiar with the conservation of mass, yes?
Yes.
Mass cannot be created nor destroyed, just transferred. But how do you think just one little particle made the entire universe just like that? What do you think, gang? Check your neighbor. Not sure?
I don't know.
It's one of those things where the nature of science, it's gonna take a very long time to actually come to a proper conclusion about this. It's gonna have to be tested over and over again, and that's where a theory is made. It's not proven by conclusion. It's just done over and over again. What? Alright, gang. I'm gonna have you work on something real quick. Just go to your workbooks, to page 45, 1 through 7 all, and I'm going to be grading some papers. All right. Wake up, son! You got work to do! Jeez. Lordy. Kids these days. I was just talking to Austin. You guys are too tired. Couldn't go to bed early. Jeez. Need to get on my laptop. What are you doing, son? Don't you have work to do?
Yes, sir.
Sit up, gentlemen.
I'm not a guy.
All right, gang. So, in conclusion, chemistry, biology, begins with an F, ends with an S.
Physics.
Physics, that's right. And even astrology, biochemistry, and all these other sciences all deal with the very basic root of the nature of science. Thank you, gang. It involves a process to observe the world around you. Does anybody know what that means? Check your neighbor.
I don't know what it's talking about, do you?
It begins with an S, 3 words, ends with method. The scientific method. It involves.
That's 2.
Should we restart that part?
Yes. We're gonna have a lot of practice. And you be loud because I'm gonna think you're gonna kill it.
Alright, come over here, young man. Now, I want you to hold this.
Blocking the camera.
Nothing going on in that restaurant.
Wait a second. Are you gonna record our papers?
Don't move it!
I'm moving it closer to the camera.
No, just leave it sitting. Jesus Christ. All right.
The
nature of science.
Sucks!
The nature of science